find out the types of energies that can be used from the scope. Also, cooking in the kitchen at MATC with the Culinary Arts program. And with environmentalists that want education in school and in the community. This and more on Stormwatch.
Keep going.
And my co-host is Becky Casada. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. Today we will enjoy the events and talents here at MATC.
But first, let's get to know a little bit more about Becky.
Hi, well, I'm an employee of MATC. I've been here 13 years. I work in the Department of Multicultural Student Services, and I am a bilingual Latino student service specialist. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for sharing the important issues in the bilingual community and with our students here at MATC. Now let's see what Jake and Phil has for us at the MATC Times.
As the green movement continues to grow, educators are finding ways to combine education and the outdoors.
The Urban Ecology Center is an environmental community center. Our focus is on providing environmental education to schools, to the community, to the neighborhood. Our goal is to connect people in a way that helps them develop environmental literacy. The Urban Ecology Center works with MATC in a number of ways. One is that MATC is part of our Citizen Science Advisory Board. That board is charged with providing guidance to our research manager in developing good methodologies for determining what's happening in our urban ecosystem. MATC also sends students to participate in our service learning programs and has partnered with us on projects that help to build environmental literacy through mentoring children, as well as the students themselves deepening their environmental literacy skills.
One of these programs is offered at MATC, where students work with youth to engage them with the environment.
The No Child Left Inside program is a service learning project that involves the Social Science 253 course in the MATC, which is Issues in Urban Teaching. Two of our goals for this project is to give the MATC students a chance to work with youth, with teenagers, get their feet wet before they become teachers. And the second is to help our communities, and that is doing something for the Urban Ecology Center. MATC students go to the Urban Ecology Center and they work together with teenagers and helping out in whatever the Urban Ecology Center needs to be done. But from the feedback that I received from MATC students, they enjoy being at the Urban Ecology Center. They enjoy their friendly atmosphere. They enjoy being outdoors, helping our communities, working on projects, whether it be picking up trash or pulling out weeds. And they also get to work with teenagers. They get a feel of what it's like to be in a group, to take lead of a small group and lead them in tasks. So that's some of the wonderful things they get out of this project.
Although the program has ended for this semester, MATC and the Urban Ecology Center are looking forward to the future.
Wow, your students here do an excellent job covering the news.
Yeah, that's what we do around here. We do our best at giving the audience sound information. Becky, let's look at something we all know about.
So what could that be, Taylor?
Cooking in the kitchen is what Jordan McCormick has for our viewing pleasure. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Chef Tom Sawillo.
MATC Culinary Arts program teaches you hands-on experience when cooking in the kitchen.
Hi, I'm Chef Tom Cirillo, and I'm a culinary arts instructor here at MATC, the downtown campus. And I've been doing this now for about 12 years. Before this, I managed restaurants primarily for about 20 years, but I always had a hankering to get into cooking. My style of teaching is I try to engage the students as much as possible, because I believe that interactive learning is a lot more crucial than passively learning, i.e. sitting in a lecture lab and having the teacher spew facts to the students and hopefully they retain it. I much prefer the lab situation whereby a lot of times what we end up doing is taking a product that we're going to work on that day, and I'll demonstrate it for them a little bit, i.e. the technique or how to process it, so on and so forth. And then based on that, I give the students what they need to work with. Then they go to their workstations and they start performing what they have to do. Today we did 2 meals. We did a boneless pork chop, and then we also did baby back ribs. Most people are familiar with both of these. So what we did prior to anything else is I brought them in, and we wanted to get the baby back ribs going right away. And so that's the first thing that I wanted to get going, because then we're doing other things, and while we're doing other things, the ribs are merrily cooking in the oven and we don't have to worry about it. So then we're going to do the boneless pork chops. And so what we did there is we took a whole pork loin, and I showed them how to fabricate that so that you had just the boneless part of the loin without any of the bone. So then I processed the boneless pork loin so that I portioned out pieces of the boneless loin so that they could work that, explained what they wanted, what I wanted them to do, showed them that I wanted to make them with orzo, which is a type of very small pasta, and the vegetable was going to be fennel. Now fennel has a very licorice flavor to it, and I explained that they had to saute that. If they wanted to add some different flavoring components to that to mellow out the licorice flavor, that was perfectly fine. And then the students went about and prepared this plate.
Whether cooking at home or cooking in a restaurant, the techniques you learn in this program will help you in every area.
Okay, my name is Rochelle Herman, and I am in the Culinary Arts program and the Baking and Pastry program. And I got started because after 15 years of not being in school, I wanted to get back into school, and I really didn't know what I was going to do. But looking back through my childhood, I've always been cooking and I've always enjoyed it, and it's really my passion. So Chef Cirillo, he's very, he comes across as being abrasive, but he's really a good teacher. He's detailed. He's very knowledgeable, very knowledgeable. I mean, I'm 39 years old. I've been cooking for a while, but I'm still learning things that he's teaching. So his style is hands-on, and he's very good at what he does. Basically, he's preparing us to, go into the restaurants and work, and eventually, move up through the ranks, to chef, executive chef, restaurateur, what have you. So I can see his style working for a lot of the kids in the class. But me, I'm a little bit different. I'm just going to school just because I want to fine-tune the skills that I have.
If you're really interested in culinary and want to get into it, the best thing for you to do will come on the 6th floor and see what we do.
Here's what's sizzling in the seasons at the Culinary Arts program. I'm Jordan McCormick with Stormwatch.
Now that was something I could consider doing in my kitchen.
I understand that cooking outside is the way for me, with a few friends and some cold beverages, make everything taste so good.
So what do you have next, Taylor?
Now we'll venture into the Discovery World, where Patrick Mott has this story.
Currently in the middle of the We Energy Foundation Energy Ingenuity exhibit, we examine the creation and use of energy in our world. We have everything from a mock-up of a nuclear power plant, where you can actually run the plant and draw more power from it. We have large hamster wheels that people can jump into to turn generators to make power produced. We try to make people think about where you get your power and what price you really pay for it, not just in dollars and cents, and the true energy cost to produce it. We also discuss other forms of energy, as how you use energy in your home, what kind of materials you have your home built out of, what kind of light bulbs you might use, what kind of insulation you might have in your home, what kind of windows might be included in your production of your home. The exhibit also explores other types of energy, like from hybrid cars. How are hybrid cars produced? How do they work? Also included in this area is the Hive, our virtual reality experience, where you step into a small room where the walls and the floors are all projection screens. You place 3D goggles on your face, and we project the solar system around you. You feel like you're floating among the planets and the stars. People actually duck as things come right over their shoulder. A favorite spot for our children visitors is our hamster wheels, which are human-sized hamster wheels you can actually jump into and run in circles to produce electricity. There are 2 wheels there, one showing kinetic energy or direct use energy. You climb in the wheel and run in a circle. You turn light bulbs on above your head by making a generator spin by running in the wheel. Let's talk about potential energy, where you jump into a different wheel. You pump water via a small pump to a hill stored in a container for use later on. So after I've pumped my water, I can get out of my wheel, push the button opening a valve, have the water flow downhill, and make power used for later on. So storing energy for a later use is also a possibility, even with human power. We also use our exhibit to talk about the connections in the real world to people using power and issues about power sources in the future. We look at, again, power sources we're using currently now, and what those power sources might cost us as far as dollars and cents, or in pollution or other possible controls. Another prime example is our mock-up of a nuclear power plant. A small power plant mock-up, no fissionable material actually in it, shows how nuclear plants are actually operated and run by a single person in a small control room. You can walk up and hit a small button to raise the control rods, thus increasing our nuclear energy by, again, having a nuclear reaction start and producing heat, which produces steam, which turns our generator. So the nuclear power plant makes power just like our other power plants do by making heat to make steam. We'll use a nuclear generation to actually make that heat versus burning coal or burning gas or having wind turning a generator. But you can actually see by the controls how they're operating how a plant actually works in the real world to produce power every day in nuclear plants around the world. Another example is our home energy exhibit, which is a small mock-up model of a typical home in America nowadays. We're talking about different kinds of building materials. Everything from roofing materials, be that fiberglass or shingles or steel or wood. Exterior building materials, again, could be wood, concrete, or steel. We talk about different kinds of insulation in the homes, how that affects the cost and energy usage. The light bulbs you might use in your home, fluorescent versus incandescent versus halogen. What price do we pay for them, their benefits and their costs. So again, our technology wing looks at the technological world around us, the man-made world, the world of innovation, exploration, and experimentation. We try to make people think about how does our world work? How do we affect our world every day? How does the world affect us every day? So again, we'll explore how the world is shaped by the man and the people in it, how our experiments, how our different kinds of machines affect the world, how we use those machines to make the world a better place for us, but what price do we pay, not only in dollars and cents, but maybe in pollution or in problems in the world, by the machines we create around us to make our lives a better place, hopefully every day.
I must admit, that was some real helpful information. Saving energy seems to be the thing of the near future.
Of course, nothing but the best from our students here at MPTV. Now let's take a look at what's happening here at MATC. This week's Student Spotlight caught up with returning at MATC graduate Noah Tanner.
And then we'll have a look at a package done by student Andy Elks. Let's enjoy.
Along with work study for the MATC Times newspaper, Noel Tanner has recently transferred programs here at MATC to biotechnology. Noel is often found around campus helping out other students.
Quite an outstanding individual. He does the extra effort required and then some. You know, always goes that extra step, helps out anybody with any questions, no matter what he's doing. He'll always take time to sit down and work with people.
He's a wonderful human being, an upstanding citizen, and a fine, aspiring young programmer.
I really enjoy computers, but I really like biology at the same time. What I wanted to do was get a 2-year degree here at MATC, transfer to UWM, and then eventually go into biotech. I didn't even realize that MATC even offered a biotech program at all. I think it's really cool. I think it's really engaging because with biotechnology, I get a little bit of the programming element and a little bit of the biology section at the same time. The program that I have is the AAS for biotechnology, so I'll do 2 years at MATC, and then I'll transfer my credits to either UWM Milwaukee or Madison. I might do Madison because it is kind of nationally recognized, and the fact that I'll get instant access to these directly out of MATC is a huge gain.
MATC's Visual Basics class is working on emulators. Noel Tanner shows us the infamous hangman.
Open it up, have a rough layout of what it's supposed to look like. Here we have our secret word, incorrect guesses, and punishment, of course, the person getting hung. So we can go ahead and emulate this, make a new game. Let's say our word is magic. Then we can go ahead and input letters. Put the right one in, of course it pops in here. Wrong one, say letter E for instance, pop in here. If you get enough wrong, then little by little, of course, it's just like we've all played, builds the hangman. I don't want to lose, so I'm going to go ahead and get the right one in. There we go. It rewards you saying, you know, great guessing, job complete.
Work study is a part of Noel's day-to-day routine. By chance, or luck, he landed a job with the MATC Times newspaper.
So I handed them my resume, they looked through all of my qualifications, and they said I actually would be a better fit for the MATC Times.
Last year, I was approached by Brenda Songstead of our student services area. She says she had a work study student that had some design experience, and she knew the newspaper always needed designers. And she pulled out his paperwork and she goes, "It's this guy named Noel Tanner. He's been working here on the paper for this year as our designer."
Yeah, I see him in the support center from time to time. I work in there as well, so I run into him, we talk. Sometimes he gets to go on cool trips. I'm envious.
My name's Charles. I'm in the carpentry program at MATC downtown. It's a 1-year program, 2 semesters, full 16 credits. It's pretty in detail. You go through not only the carpentry classes, you do one cabinet making class, and you also have an English class both semesters. They teach you the math of carpentry, anywhere from the angles to just how to count on a ruler. They teach you how to read blueprints. Like, that's one thing I did not know how to do when I first came here, but now I believe I'm pretty fluent in that. It's came pretty easy. Great teachers, they teach you a lot. We done a lot this year. I thought it was going to be a lot less than what it was. Our class built about 3 garages and helped on the house. We did a couple smaller in the classroom projects such as dressers and cabinets and stools, things like that we built. We got to take them with us. It's a pretty neat experience. Learn a lot. We use a lot of equipment in the carpentry program. You use everything from a simple hammer and a tape measure to all sorts of different kind of saws, skill saws, reciprocating saws. Use really everything. In the shop we use planers, joiners, sanders. We have little small hand sanders. We have giant belt sanders. We have giant sanding machines. They show you a lot of different techniques to use these machines and the different tools in which we use.
Length package that's quite entertaining.
Wow, I can't wait to see this one.
Is it getting better? Do you feel the same? Yeah.
Will it make it easy on you now? You got someone to blame. You say one love, one love, one life, one need in the night. One love, get to share it. Leaves you, darling. If you don't care.
Did I disappoint you? Or leave a bad taste in your mouth? Oh, you act like you never had love, and you want me to go without. Well, it's
Too late tonight
to drag the past out into the light. We're one, but we're not the same. Carry each other, carry each other. One. Have you come here for forgiveness? Have you come here to raise the day? Have you come here to play Jesus? Do the levers in your head? Did I ask too much? More than a lot. You gave me nothing, now that's all I've got. Not the same. Hurt each other, then do it again. Love is a symbol. Love is a symbol.
this is it. I'm Taylor M, and we're signing off.
Wow, that was good.
That was good. Oh, yeah.
One love.